before we begin our investigation. This is a nightmare. Who'd have the audacity to send a threat letter at a time like this? I hope we quickly determine that this is nothing more than a bad joke. I was instructed to support you in any way I can. Please don't hesitate to ask me any questions you might have. Oh, we have questions. But you're not answering them, so... Aha, we can go anywhere we want now. Ooh, dressing rooms? Whoa, aren't you Plie? No way, you totally are! You're Plie, the mysterious songstress! I know all about your fantasias! A fan, are we? I'm sorry you have to see me in this unflattering training attire. Oh no, don't be! I don't mind one bit! You may not mind, but I most certainly do. Also, you seem to have forgotten, but we're in a dressing room. Keep it down, okay? Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Randy. Your motives are far too transparent, Randy. Oh, Randy. Ilya and I are not the only ones to reach stardom in the troupe. Theodore and Eugene are quite popular, especially with the ladies. What can I say? The artists of Arc-en-Ciel are a force to be reckoned with. Risha is shaping up to be one incredible performer. I'm looking forward to seeing just how much she blossoms. Aww. Now there's a few faces I don't recognize. Well, whatever. Just be sure to keep it down while you're in an artist's dressing room. Sorry, but I'm trying to get into character. If you're just here to make noise, I'll need to ask you to leave. Alright, good luck, have fun. Oh, so you guys are police officers, huh? Must be cumbersome to investigate the smallest of pranks. Threat letters and the like are pretty run-of-the-mill for stars like us. I'm afraid you're wasting your time on this one. As the Prince of Arc-en-Ciel, I, Eugene, have made enemies of many men across the land. Now that sounds like a title he gave himself. Risha is still a total rookie, new not only to Arc-en-Ciel, but the performing world itself. That only makes her recent casting as the co-star of our upcoming production all the more impressive. ... Well, I suppose I can't bellyache much. She's been training her butt off from the day she joined us. I've been here way longer than her, yet she managed to surpass me. I'll be so mad at her if she screws this up. Okay, just like a little bit of jealousy. Look at the role Risha managed to score. I guess her talent really does speak for itself. Well, she had better deliver the performance of her life out there, or else I'll be furious with her. You'd think she'd be the one getting the threat letters. They're even adjusting the script in the final hour. Between fine-tuning the costume designs to ensuring the performers maintain their physique, I've got a ton of behind-the-scenes work to do. The troupe has me working like a dog these days. Have fun. Good luck. Oh, you're those officers the troop leader told us about. I don't mind you watching, but please don't touch anything, okay? Is this the stage design you'll be using for the performance? It sure is. That design is specifically made to support the plays at Arc-en-Ciel. Ilya requested some adjustments, so I'm in the process of applying them. Oh, is there gonna be an accident? Like, during the performance? Maybe? With all these difficult orders, she's giving the troop leader's enthusiasm a run for his money. The energy Ilya puts into performing always impresses me to no end. She has the power to influence our troop leader with her opinions. Maybe a stage light will fall on Ilya during the performance. Or maybe during one of their stunts, the rigging will give out and drop them onto the stage. I managed to get a role for this play. It's one of the most minor roles, but it's still for an Arkansas play. That's cause for celebration for someone like me. On the other hand, Risha managed to become the co-star, and she joined the troupe after I did. Ugh, just thinking about it is making me antsy. Maybe we're on different levels. Risha's skills are the real deal. She just got here, yet she has a major role. Compared to her, I'm just... No, I mustn't be impatient. Oh, we have to... Let's go back around. We should be able to, like, talk to them from the stage. Where do these go, then? I think the staircase leads to second floor seats. Let's avoid going up there. We'll just end up being a nuisance if we stick around too long. We are investigating, Lloyd. Come on. What if somebody else snuck in here? We've treated the occasional threats we've received as pranks. However, the letter's contents, along with that signature, give credence to its legitimacy. I'm counting on you, everyone. Please get to the bottom of this. I don't want to bother our performers with this matter while they're practicing for the performance. Good luck with the investigation. I'm counting on you. We'll try. But, somebody won't let us investigate the entire theater. You know? For traps. I wish Ilya would treat the situation just a little more seriously, considering the letter is targeting her. Regardless, we'll leave the matter in your capable hands. Please contact me at any time, should you happen to discover new information. I feel reassured knowing the police have agreed to investigate the matter. I'll leave the threat letter in your capable hands. Let's continue where we left off yesterday, Grisha. Dress rehearsal is the point at which you must get a handle on your role, and from there, refine the timing and flow of your movements. You can't just depend on others and match them, and you can't just go at your own pace either. But this is something that's learned by doing it yourself. She's right, you know. We don't have much time left, so we should go into dress rehearsals as soon as we can. Okay, please let me know how I do. Our new play is going to rock your socks off, my friends. It contrasts me, symbolizing the sun, and Risha, who symbolizes the moon. Our two lights have an intense clash, but soon join together and become as one on the stage. There's not much time until we debut, so we gotta hurry it up. Her mind must be filled with nothing other than the performance. We're assuming it is very unusual for a newbie to get a co-star role. Sorry everyone, I have to get back to practice soon. Still though, I'm glad I decided to consult with you. I hope you can find the truth behind that threat letter soon. We shall do our best. Sounds good. So what's the plan? Revache is looking like our only potential lead so far. This Ying person may be worth looking into as well. Yeah, you're right. ... Hey everyone, I've got an idea. Why don't we pay Revache and Company a visit? Treasure chest? What? You're kidding. Isn't it our obligation as police officers to pursue any possible lead? We still don't know if Revache's Dawn is responsible for sending the letter, but I know for a fact that we'll never reach the truth if we shy away from potential trouble. You make a valid point. Not only that, but I think it'll be a good opportunity. They're a group of criminals that think they're above the law. This is a chance to see the true nature of Crossbell's underworld for ourselves. Can't argue with that. ... What's wrong? Are you worried? I mean, we are worried, yes. Randy and I could always... Love how Lloyd always volunteers himself and Randy for all the dangerous missions. Gallivanting into the Mafia's hideout? Lloyd and Randy. Fighting boss monsters? Lloyd and Randy. Lloyd. Yeah, Lloyd. Tio could take on some Mafia goons. No, I didn't mean... Oh, no. It's not that I'm worried. I'm sure it won't be too dangerous to ask them a few questions. It's just, I've always been curious about the people that make up the city's infamous Mafia. And this is the perfect chance to finally meet them face to face. Oh. Well, well, looks like Madame Mazzelli is ready and raring to go. Well, of course I am. Life is full of surprises after all. Who knows what sort of exciting twists and turns this letter will lead us to? Ellie. Okay. So let's be off. Right away. Agreed. According to the database, Revache's headquarters is located in the back alley. There is a narrow alleyway halfway down the street that leads to its front doors. Thought I remembered seeing some shady-looking dudes there. Guess it makes sense if that's their HQ. It's not like we haven't been there a few times ourselves, right? Okay, nothing new there. And since we're in the neighborhood, we might as well see if our friends have any new info for us. I hear that last month's incident put even Revache into a panic. There were rumors that some of the higher-ups got an earful too. Though, it's not like it makes much of a difference either way. Revache's roots still spread all throughout the city. They're not going anywhere because of a mere incident like that. Usually, Revache wouldn't bat an eyelash towards something like last month's incident. It's probably the sort of thing they're used to in that line of business. There's so many incidents, we don't even know which one they're talking about. That man from Revache came by for some drinks again yesterday. Something had him in a real foul mood. He was going off on some rant pretty much the entire time he was in here. I think he said something along the lines of, "Screw those police brats." Maybe he's having some kind of conflict with them. Eric is calm and collected, regardless of the situation. He doesn't even break a sweat when serving cocktails to that man from Revache. Oh, I think I really might be falling for him. I have to make a visit to the IBC this evening. I was able to purchase some delightful antiques for a bargain price, but now I have to actually transfer the Mira. What a pain. When the Orbital network is finally up and running, I won't have to go to the bank every time I want to make a transaction. Oh, Alright, this is the same as it was before. Okay, nothing new here. Treasure chest. We can see it. We can see it. So, this is the Revache Co building. We knew it wasn't in the safest part of the city, but the way here was even shadier than I expected. Who the heck are you guys? This isn't a place for kids like you to screw around in. Go ahead and... What? Ain't you those kids? Could it be? Who'd have thought we'd be reunited with a dear felon of ours? What? Who are these kids? They're those darn police brats. They're the ones that spoiled our plans in the downtown district. No way. It seems our reputation precedes us. We've come here today as part of an official investigation. Say what? We'd appreciate if we could meet with your boss. We'd appreciate if you could let us get the treasure chests. We'd like to ask him some questions regarding a certain incident. Are you out of your darn minds? A bunch of dogs like you talking to the Dawn? Just how cocky can you runts get? He's not one of our suspects. We just want to ask him some questions. He, of course, isn't obligated to speak with us, so we won't force the issue. Can you boys at least let your boss know we're here? Appreciate it. Darn it, Arnold. Your screw-up made these little brats way too big for their britches. Hey, what's the plan? These guys have the wrong idea. Sounds like we should teach them some manners, eh? Sounds good to me. Guess we ain't getting in. Yeah, we'll just have to try again another time. Let them through. Oh. Boss? Wait, he's the boss? We thought the boss was the ball guy. In the purple suit. Sorry, boss. These kids were... It's fine. He's massive. Wald was fairly large, but he pales in comparison. This guy's a mountain. You could take him, Randy. We believe in you. You're those brats of the police, then. I've heard the stories already, but you're younger than I thought you'd be. I'm Lloyd Bannings of the Special Support Section. And you are? Garcia Rossi. I'm the General Manager of Sales at Revache Co. So he's like the right hand, we're guessing. I suppose most of the employees stick to boss, though. ... Oh, darn. I wasn't expecting a big shot like him coming out here to greet us. Yes, I believe he's Marconi's right-hand man. Come inside. I'll hear what you have to say. Is this like... Are they planning on bribing us? Maybe? To leave them alone? In the future? So they're just playing along? Right? Oh, you're lucky the boss is in a good mood. Get your butts in there. You better not even think about disrespecting him. Unless you're fine with having your lifespans cut short. So that's what this is all about. You think the Dawn sent Ilya Platir a threat letter? Not really, no. Ridiculous. You kids sure have some overactive imaginations. We aren't claiming it as the truth, of course. However, we heard of a recent incident between your boss and Ilya, and given that we were out of leads, we thought we should at least come to ask about it. You talking about the Dawn getting smacked? That's nothing, just a random little event in his busy life. He'd had a bit too much to drink at the time, and barely remembers it anyway. I doubt he's holding any kind of grudge over it. Well... Personally, we feel like he probably would hold a grudge. But he seems more like the type to send out hitmen than the type to send threat letters, you know? Is that so? This is just another rumor we heard. But what about the proposal to have Ilya perform at the Heimdall Opera House? Yeah, that was brought up. Revache's got friends in a lot of places, and it was them who actually came to us with the idea. But apparently, the main reason was that the Dawn wanted to bring her in as a special guest for... For what? Or for whom? A special guest? Never mind. Nothing you need to know about. Anyway, that letter ain't from us. Do you understand now, kids? ... Even so, do you mind taking a look at the letter, just in case? Huh? Sure, whatever. Hand it over. Here you go. Lloyd passed the threat letter to Garcia. Huh? The heck is this crap? Whoever this is, he's dead set on getting in the way of Ilya Platir's performance. Question mark? What was that? He looked like he noticed something. ... More ... Garcia threw the letter back at Lloyd. Rude. This is a darn waste of my time. Threat letter? This crap looks like nothing more than an overblown prank to me. Interesting. Hold on a sec. Your reaction gave the impression that you know something. Don't know what you're talking about. Nothing in that letter looked the least bit familiar to me. All I can tell you is that the Dawn didn't write it. Oh, and that you guys are on a fool's errand. You know that, right? ... It's clear there's something this guy's not telling us. Whatever it is, he seems unlikely to reveal any further information. I suppose that covers things here then. Is there any way we could hear the story directly from the Dawn? What? Yeah, getting it straight from the source would be best, you know? Or is he not in right now? Lots of laughing. Oh no. Don't go getting cocky now, kiddos. You think the Dawn has time to see a bunch of snot-nosed rookies like you? A group of naive and helpless puppies that he can crush in the palm of his hand. Wait a second. Normally, I wouldn't have even given you the time of day. But since I'm such a nice guy, I figured this would be a good chance to give you this one piece of advice. No matter what you do, you can't change Crossbell's true nature. Revache's iron grip is here to stay. Pretty confident about that, ain't ya? If you understand, then get the heck out of here. I don't have time to sit around having tea parties with a bunch of little brats like you. However, if you dare defy us again, there will be no mercy. I will end you. Thank you for the advice. Let's go, everyone. I think we've done all we can here. Yes. Roger. Well, this is the worst tea party I've ever been at. Ain't even any tea. Wait till he goes to one of Ren's tea parties. Wait. You there. Redhead. Question mark? Huh? You talking to me? That shade of red. I've seen it before. No, you couldn't be. Whoa, whoa, hold on there, Gramps. I love getting attention from smoking hot ladies, but old men? Not really my thing, you know? Well, no matter. Hurry up and get out of my sight already. You are the one who stopped me. Make up your darn mind already. Does Randy have ties with the Mafia? Or maybe they, like, met from his time in the CGF. That went well. He was treating us like children. I can't stand that jerk. By the way, Randy, why did he stop you as we were leaving? Beats me. Anyway, that big guy ain't bluffing. Way we are now, I doubt we'd be able to so much as put a scratch on him. You think? I sensed he considered us far beneath his notice, as if no matter what we did, it would barely register as a thorn in his side. Right, I got that impression too. Even considering his group's connections in the Diet, he didn't seem fazed at all. Dot. Ellie? What's up? Oh, it's nothing. More importantly, how will we proceed? It seems like Revache may know more than they're letting on. You mean regarding the threat letter sent to Ilya? Yeah. I don't think we could take anything Garcia told us at face value. That being said, I think the odds that Revache is connected to this incident are low. Really? But he clearly reacted to the threat letter once he saw it, right? Without a doubt, he definitely noticed something. Lloyd pulled out the threat letter. Cancel all performances of your upcoming show, or the beloved fervent dancer will have a tragic accident. In. There's really nothing about this that stands out, except maybe the signature? Right? Perhaps what Garcia reacted to was, oh come on, the letter's handwriting? The sender's name. Was it handwritten? The name of the sender. That Ing guy. You think there's a chance Ing is involved with Revache? Ing conspiring with Revache wouldn't explain Garcia's reaction to the letter. It was almost as if he was sure this had nothing to do with him once he saw it. Don't you think so? Oh. Yeah, that's a good way to describe the look on that ugly mug of his. We can deduce that while Ing has no ties to Revache, it is still a name they are familiar with. Is that an appropriate hypothesis? Yeah, I think that's safe to say. If that's the case, I think we should consult with someone who is more familiar with Revache.
Sergey? Oh, sure, why not?
Mr. Grimwood comes to mind. Yeah, that's a great idea. If we're as close to the truth as we think we are, then it might be a good idea to discuss it with Grace too. Although, we give that woman the smallest morsel, and before you know it, she'll be trying to drag the whole darn story out of us. She would inevitably learn of the threat letter, and it would become a colossal ordeal for Arc-en-Ciel. I was hoping you'd all talk me down from that idea, to be honest. We should try questioning any other people that come to mind as well. If we're lucky, we might even come across some information we weren't expecting.
Oh boy.
Yes, maybe so. Ellie? Oh no, it's nothing. Shall we begin gathering information? We can start wherever we'd like. At some point, we'll have to visit the law office, though. Right, let's get going.
They're basically telling us to, like, do a whole circuit of the town.
Hey, kids! The exit is that way. Better scurry on out of here before something unfortunate happens to you. You telling me that you have business with Revache Co. Don't you get a big head just because you got to meet with the boss, you hear me? Hey, this isn't a place to hang out. You little brats better get the heck out of here.
We just wanted...
What?
Oh, there was another one. Right up there. How do we get there? From inside here? We don't see another exit, unless it's behind all these instruments. Can we get... No? Okay, it has to be through Ismelda then. Gosh dang it. I still need to look into who retains the rights to that particular plot today. Boy, real estate can be just as tricky to manage as this shop. Interesting. Okay, so she doesn't have new info for us. Might as well, check in with Eric again. Been hearing some awful rumors float around these parts lately. Apparently, Heiyu has been blockading Revache's smuggling routes. Seriously, are you absolutely sure? Remember, it's just a rumor. But it sounds like they've been strategically breaking down their opponent outside of the public eye. Thanks to that, not even the bracers can intervene in the matter. Heiyu is definitely crafty, considering how they've managed to outmaneuver everyone. I don't know the details, but apparently Revache has lost several of their smuggling routes. We are starting to suspect that there is going to be some sort of confrontation in the back alley. Either Heiyu is going to storm Revache, or we're going to storm Revache. And all of the citizens who usually hang out there are going to run away, which then leaves all of the treasure chests unguarded. And that's how we're gonna finally get them. Maybe we should pay a visit to Heiyu. Surely they know all about Revache's goings-on, right? Oh, Grace? Where did Grace go? But we need to talk to Grace. Huh? You need a cameraman. Yeah, I heard you're a real pro at taking photos. We don't have a cameraman to help cover Arc-en-Ciel yet. You mind doing me a favor? I still have a bunch of work I need to do for my cooking column. We'll just go ahead and postpone that for a while. Aw, poor guy. What? No way. You just got that column too. Can you please reconsider? That was my only column. I guess I could think of it as a new employee training for him. I gotta show him some upfront action to give him a good idea of what's expected of a reporter. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Corinna's been a fantastic worker ever since she joined us last year. However, she vanishes into thin air the moment her break starts, and it's a bit of a problem. Well, it is her break. I can't discredit her stellar performance, but she could be a little overbearing at times. I used to work with a smaller company, but it was so boring. I found out that I can handle the heck out of a terminal, which helped land me a job here.
The hours may be strict, but the work is fulfilling. I feel fortunate enough to have a job that's fun. Alright, well, at least she enjoys it. Still no, huh? We really thought that this time it would work. You know? If we wanted dirt on Revache, Heyu would be the one to give it to us. Revache is a criminal organization entrenched deep within the foundation of Crossbell. For them, breaking laws is as much of an everyday occurrence as tying their shoes. We can't so much as lay a hand on them though. They've got all the corrupt men who run the state deep in their pockets. The best we could do is give them a good pounding, and even then, only if they lay a hand on the citizens. I've got to admit, the guild definitely has the CPD beat when it comes to proactively responding to threats against the people. Except, the guild were not the ones in Maine's village. So, just saying. Yeah, by the time any of us cops got to the scene, you bracers are already there cleaning shop. You can say that again, honey. Honestly, if your coworkers were just a little quicker on their toes, that'd take some of the work off our plate. We're bound by certain rules that won't allow us to intervene when the government's involved. So the most we could do about Revache is protect any citizens they try to lay their hands on. Well, we certainly didn't see you guys in Maine's. We were just there! Okay, well, at least we could talk to Arios. We were just at Belgar Gate. Or we thought we could talk to Arios. Oh, yeah, here he is. Arios is talking through a last-gen international communication device. Ah, Grand Prince. It's been some time, your lordship. Grand Prince of Ramaferia? Yes, right. I understand. That does seem like it poses a problem. Understood. I will head there immediately after I'm finished taking care of some urgent matters. Is he speaking with royalty right now? I thought I heard him say Grand Prince. Do you think he's speaking to the Prince of Ramaferia? We did think that, actually. Yes, I should be able to make it there by the evening. Not at all, your lordship. The fact that you've come to me for advice is an honor in itself. Okay, so Estelle and Joshua are at Belgar Gate. The question is, do we go back? I'm planning to go out and practice casting my line for a few hours today. Looks like Estelle's been proving her worth around Crossbell's regular fishing spots. I can't let her show me up like that. If you aren't really in what you want, try changing your rod and bait. Like we have a choice. That'll drastically change what fish you catch. It does require some trial and error, mind you. These guys are creeping on Risha again. Not that she's home, but still. You need something from Mama? Better hurry up if you want to talk to her. Mama told me that she was going to go drinking after she was done taking inventory. Mama's taken today to go out drinking. Better hurry up if you want to talk to her. Okie doke. Cao's advance has just begun. Should be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm impressed at the marvelous job he's doing of destroying Revache. Cao? That name sounds... Is that the name of Heiyue's boss? Yeah, it is, though I can't say I've ever met him myself. He's the branch manager of Heiyue's crossbow outfit. He's supposedly cunning enough to resolve any kind of issue, be it internally or externally. I imagine they're planning their attack, now that they've gained a foothold in Crossbell. Pretty solid move for a mafia, I'd say. Is that related to the uptick in crimes being reported around the city? Now that you mention it, this month in particular has been chock full of incidents. Guess they've been doing all their dirty work just under our noses. Heiyue's Cao is one smooth operator. It's almost creepy just how shrewd he is, but I can't argue with the results. In fact, I'm a bit interested to see what he might get up to. Excuse me, could we humbly request you to stop arming both parties involved? Now, I definitely can't promise you that, but I don't think they'll be needing my services. Let's face it, both groups are already armed to the teeth. I mean, she's not wrong. If the Mafia's dispute rages on, then we may feel some of the effects. It would be wise of us to plan accordingly. Our first course of action is to begin patrolling the downtown district. We plan to regularly patrol the downtown district to prevent the Mafia from worming their way in again. Ensuring that history does not repeat itself is a must. Heiyue has been clawing their way into Crossbell's underworld. There's supposedly a large group that operates in the east. Yeah, I've heard they're a crime syndicate with a strong foothold in Calvard. Do you know anything about them, Wazi? No, I can't say I do. I've heard they've been engaging in skirmishes over smuggling routes as of late. They've also been strengthening their forces, even though they're already keeping Revache at bay, if sources are to be believed, at least. We're remaining cautious for now. Their actions could affect us, too. Huh? Really? Hey, how'd someone like yourself manage to find that juicy piece of info? Well, I suppose it is a bit out of my area of expertise. I may not look the part, but I actually have connections everywhere. Sheesh, just another thing to worry about. I hope their actions don't affect us too. Interesting. Maybe Wazi is some sort of information broker, and this delinquent gang is just his cover. Those black suits have been creeping me the heck out lately. They're the reason I've been sending my boys on regular patrols around our turf. Oh yeah, we saw two of them. They were patrolling that apartment building, real closely. Black suits? You talking about Revache? Yeah, I guess they've been making moves these days. Screw them. Those cowards love sneaking around behind our backs instead of facing us like real men. Soon as we catch one of those stakes, they're dead meat. Oh, I can't wait. Come on, Wald. Please don't escalate this into something bigger than it needs to be, okay? But Lloyd, we can't turn a blind eye to all of the larger crimes they've been committing. I'm sure the fight between the mafias will only continue to escalate if it's already become this fierce. If I ever catch them setting foot in the downtown district, I'll make them all my fleshy punching bags. Where to next? Maybe the residential district? We should see if our trader friend has any info about Heiyue.
My husband has been offering the people of Mainz a 10% discount ever since last month's incident. Unfortunately, that means we're barely breaking even on our sales there. What will I ever do with him?
Aw, that's actually really nice.
Though I do find that aspect of him charming, to be honest. My husband's gone to St. Ursula Medical College for the day. I can only assume he's doing them another favor. For free. That's very much in character for him.
Wow. Way to make us feel bad for suspecting you guys.
Papa has to work today. Do you think you'll play with me at the festival next month?
Absolutely. Still can't get in there. Oh, whoops. Maybe we'll have some info at the CPD? Oh, Sergey! What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm surprised to see you here, Chief.
No kidding. Did Vice Commissioner Jerk drag you in here for chat or something? Don't jinx it, kid. I'm just here for a meeting, that's all. My bad, Chief. That's actually exactly what we were thinking.
I've actually got a bunch of meetings to go to because of the anniversary festival. Don't bother worrying about me, though. Just focus on your own tasks. And if you have any reports, I'll hear them later.
Yeah. One of these days. It's probably a treasure chest. Down those stairs. Our friends from the 2nd Division are not here. Nor here. Alright. VIPs from every nation. Maybe we'll get to meet Olivier? Oh, we found Grace. We found Grace.
Come on, can't you give me a teensy bit more info? I'm sure you have all of the Diet members' emergency contacts written down, right? I'm prohibited from disclosing any contact information, with the exception of the direct line to their offices. I'll have to ask you to leave, immediately. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Can't you at least hook me up with their secretary's contact info? I'm sure someone like you has their info handy, right? I'm right, aren't I? Sorry, but I really can't do that. I feel bad for her. Grace can get pretty aggressive when she wants something. Yeah, let's leave before she redirects her attention towards us. What's the big deal? I'm cross-Bellin. I pay my taxes. Come on, nothing wrong with getting the contact info of the politicians I help finance, right? I don't think it works that way.
Yeah, you have to contribute to their campaigns before you get their private numbers. We've been almost everywhere. Where's the law office? Was it Station Street? No. It was West Street, right? We should totally visit Shizuku, though. We see that Zeit is still living the good life. We really thought that there would be bonus CP waiting for us if we talked to the right person. But no dice. Excuse us, sir. Oh, welcome. I see the SSS has been keeping busy. I could say the same to you, Mr. Grimwood. Right. You look as busy as always, sir. Well, you get used to it in this line of work. That aside, something must have happened, right? Judging by the looks on your faces, you've come here to ask for my advice. Impressive. Was it that obvious? Well, I do see a great many clients come through my door every day with that very same look. Lucky for you, I'm taking a break right now, so you can ask me anything. Thank you, Mr. Grimwood. Your words mean more than you could ever know. I think we'll take you up on that kind offer. A threat letter sent to Arc-en-Ciel, And you're curious as to whether the sender, Ying, is tied to Revache. Yes, sir. Do you have any idea? Unfortunately, I don't have any information that connects the two of them. But that doesn't mean that I've never heard the name Ying before. Really? What do you know about him? Well, I have no evidence that points toward this being the same person. With that in mind, are you still interested in this information? Yes, of course. Heck, at this point, we'll take any lead we can get our hands on. Very well then. It all happened when I went on a business trip to Calvert. While walking about, I heard a strange urban legend from a local. It involves a legendary Xiongshou referred to as Ying. Ying? It certainly is an Eastern name. What exactly is Xiongshou? Means something along the lines of assassin or killer. Randy? Something you want to tell us? Pretty sure that's what they call him in most of the eastern regions. Funny how Randy would know this. My, you certainly are well informed. I'd say it's somewhat similar to how we customarily call mercenaries, Jaegers. You mentioned this was an urban legend. There's more to it, I assume. Yes, well, it's said that no one knows for sure whether Ying is real or not. Though, supposedly, he's said to wear a mask and a pitch-black cloak, and he's never once allowed someone to see his face. He appears and vanishes with the shadows, and never lets his prey slip away. In other words, he's a phantom. Maybe it's Blue Log. A phantom. Sounds like a pretty tall tale if you ask me. I suppose that is why it is called an urban legend. However, why would this so-called legendary assassin send a threat to Ilya Platir? Right, it just doesn't make sense. If the assassin is from Calvert, and they're not affiliated with Revache, maybe they are affiliated with Heiyue, since they are also from Calvert, right? Maybe? Wait, what if it's not Revache he's tied to, but Heiyue? Oh wow. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Heiyue is a powerful organization operating out of Calvert's eastern quarter. With that in mind, I wouldn't be shocked if they knew of the Eastern Assassin. I get ya. If that's the case, Garcia's reaction makes a lot more sense. We know for a fact that Revache and Heiyue are at each other's throats. And if Heiyue and In are teaming up... That doesn't explain the whole thing with Ilya, though. Like, she's not affiliated with either of them, so...
Despite not being directly tied to Revache, it would be highly likely that the Mafia is acutely aware of his presence. That, in and of itself, would support Lloyd and Ellie's theory.
An intriguing thought. But that brings us back to your previous question, Tio. Why would In threaten Ilya Platir, the lead star of Arc-en-Ciel? Well, we still need to figure that one out.
We know that Ilya and Revache's Dawn had an argument at a party. Could it somehow be related to that? I don't know. It didn't really sound like something that warranted a threat. Besides, why would Heiyue react to it at all if they're against Revache?
Yeah. Any chance the name is a coincidence and we're dealing with someone completely unrelated? One way to find out!
I don't think so. Every clue we've gathered so far has pointed in a particular direction. I think we're still too early in the investigation to disregard anything that's not quite lining up.
Hey guys, let's go visit Heiyue again.
Not to get too ahead of myself, but why don't we try paying Heiyue a visit?
We are getting all the right answers today.
What?
Whoa, man, are you off your rocker today? We're hitting up all the Mafia hideouts, aren't we?
Think about it like this. We know that Heiyue is a big enough threat to Revache to have gotten their attention. And Heiyue has only continued to spread its influence and chip away at Revache's hold on Crossbell's criminal underworld. Depending on the circumstances, they could prove even more dangerous than Revache.
Makes sense.
You may be right. I see. This might be the perfect chance to check whether or not that is true.
Hold up. It's not like we could just barge in on him. Yeah, we have to knock. We have no idea what kind of people we're up against, Lloyd. Actually, I recently met the manager of Heiyue Trading's Crossbell branch.
What? Seriously?
He came to me for counsel to ensure there were no legal barricades preventing his business from operating in Crossbell. I saw no harm in the request, so I accepted the job. This guy is helping a known crime syndicate get a foothold in Crossbell. What?
And it was then that I met him. I see. What kind of person was he?
The word shrewd certainly comes to mind. He's relatively young, but he already knows his way around things. He has a silver tongue and is unflappably confident. Overall, I'd say he's extremely intelligent, and not someone that can be taken lightly.
An intellectual, then.
Sounds like he's gonna be a huge pain in the butt. Definitely not the kind of guy who'll give us any straight answers.
True, but this will be a good chance to meet with him.
What do you say? Oh, okay. You won me over.
I am also quite curious about this branch manager. Same here. I know a bit about Revache, but nothing about Heiyue. We'll be going in blind. You're right, Lloyd. This will be a good opportunity to learn more about how they operate.
It's decided then. Thanks for all your help, Mr. Grimwood. It looks like we'll be able to press on with our investigation after all. I'm happy to hear that. You remind me of the way Guy used to work his cases. Anyway, Heiyue works under the guise of a respectable trading company. Stopping by their office shouldn't prove too dangerous. However, never forget that their true identity is that of a massive, influential crime syndicate. That you helped. Like, seriously. Don't let your guard down around them.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We'll keep that in mind.
But even if Heiyue and Yin are in fact connected, it still doesn't make sense why Yin would be targeting Ilya. Or Heiyue would be targeting her, for that matter. But that's like the second time that somebody shady has recognized Randy. The first time was the arms dealer, and then the second time was Garcia.